All right, great. Welcome everybody. Another game of my 71 replay Mets at Phillies, and we're using replay baseball. I'm going to show how to input the data from any game that you roll into replay baseball. It's super easy and super quick to do, and we'll be running through that. So if you want to familiarize yourself on how to use replay baseball PC game, well, this is a chance, and this is the video you want to watch. So the game starts off with Bud Harrelson singles, and then he steals second base, and up comes Wayne Garrett. He's going to fly out. Now, this is an interesting little kind of feature. Um, Garrett flies out, but Bud Harrelson's going to tag up. He's going to go to third. You can't do this on the straight board. You got to go to the detail board or detail menu. So you go to the detail menu, you're going to do a fly, and you're going to do a fly to center, and then runner will advance to third, and you will just put them there. There you go. Okay, so you got to do it that way. That's the only way to do it, through the detail. So now the infield is going to be playing in, and you're going to get Dave Marshall, who is going to bang one up the middle for a base hit, driving home Bud Harrelson. So it's 1-0, just like that. Next batter, it's going to be a hit and run for Eddie Kranepool. And the shortstop comes over to cover the bag, and Kranepool goes that way right through the hole. Runners on first and third. So now corners are in, middle of infield is back, but there's going to be a hit and run going on here, back-to-back hit and runs, and Kenny Boswell is a contact guy. He bounces one to second base, no chance for the double play, so a run will score, making it 2-0, and runner on first moves to second. So now it's Kenny Singleton, and he's going to rip one to the opposite field, left center field, and Larry Heisel's going to pick it up and trying to score his Kranepool with 2 outs. They're waving him around. Here's the throw to the plate by Heisel, and the tag by McCarver. He is out, and that'll end the inning 7-2. So that was an exciting finish. Now, how do you input this? Well, again, you go to detail. You're going to put single, and then you're going to write 7-2, and then the batter's out at home, just like that. And it's 2-0 Mets, and Philadelphia coming to bat. Larry Boas leading it off against Jim McAndrew. McAndrew has his B stuff today, so we'll see how that goes. That's a 36, and a 36 is an out. That'll be bounced to second base. And next up is Tim McCarver. That's from the left side. Pitch from McAndrew. And that's a 15, which will be a bouncer again to second base. Easy play for Boswell. 2 outs. And here's Mike Anderson. Anderson with a 54. We rolled the 54 on that, so we're going to check out, and that's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop, and we're just going to click on 6, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, none left. And Mets are up 2-0 after 1 complete. Jerry Grote's leading off the top of the second inning for the Mets. And it's going to be a line out to right field. So he hits it hard the opposite way, and it goes right to the right fielder who's standing positioned perfectly, Montanez. So we're going to do line out to right. Don Hahn is up, center fielder for the Mets. And that's going to be popped up in foul ground on the right side. And that's going to be an FO3. Near the stands is Luzinski. He makes the catch, and here's the pitcher now, McAndrew. And it's 16, strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. So this is mostly just 1 click for each play, so it's very easy to do, and it's going to keep all your stats. At any time you want to check your box score, just go over here to right, click that. You got a beautiful box score to look at. It tells you how many batters faced, 9 for Lersch and 3 for McAndrew. So it looks super good, and you see all the batting averages here. Um, all right. So Willie Montanez is up leading off the bottom of the second inning, and that's going to be a 23, strike three of K for Jim McAndrew to start off the inning. Next up is Lazinski. Lazinski with a 13, and that's a one to. It's going to bounce to bounce to third. Two down. 1, 3. And here's Don Money. And that's going to be maybe a range check for the third baseman. Third baseman today for the Mets is Wayne Garrett, and Garrett will get to the ball and fires to first in time to retire the side. So Wayne Garrett showing off his range at third base. He was out most of the season, joined the Mets towards the end of the season. We're in it's I think September 4th, so we're in the last month of our replay. And again, we're checking. All right. And the catcher, this is a foul ball to the catcher behind the plate. Carver makes the catch. So it'll be an FO2 route number 1. So let's go FO, and we click 2. Next up is Wayne Garrett. He's 0 for 1 today, and this will be a base on balls. So he walks. Garrett is on at first. Up comes Marshall. Going to try hit and run with Marshall. There goes a runner, and that's going to be right back to the pitcher. Only one play, and that's the first. So the runner moves up into scoring position. And here you just put 1 to 3. And now it's Eddie Kranepool. Pitch from Lurch, and it's a strikeout, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, one left, the walk. And we move to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Mets. Second game of a doubleheader. And Larry Heisel is up. Jim McAndrew. And that is lined to center field for a base hit. So first hit allowed by McAndrew. Next up is Vukovic. And there goes Heisel. And that's going to be bounced to short. One play. That's the first. Heisel is in scoring position at second base now. Pitcher Lurch is up. Here's the pitch. And it's a 33, a 1-3 walk. It's a 4. Struck him out. So Barry Lurch swings and misses at a ball outside the zone. Got fooled. And he goes down on strikes for the second out. Larry Bowa with a runner at second base, and that's a 56, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. So no runs, one hit, one left. We go to the top of the fourth. All right, top of the fourth, Kenny Boswell leading us off. He grounded out and picked up an RBI in that first inning. It's going to be it's going to be a range check, which the center fielder will run down. So it's a drive into center, and chasing it is Anderson, and Anderson comes up with it. Next is Kenny Singleton, and that's going to be bounced up the middle and through for a base hit, so he's 2 for 2 today. Next is Jerry Grody. There goes Singleton, and this is going to be a ground ball to short, runner to second. And Don Hahn with a fly to center. On the run is Anderson, and Anderson catches up to another one. No runs. One hit, one left. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Let's input the data. So Boswell flied out to center. Then Kenny Singleton singled. There was a bounce out to the slow roller to the shortstop. And then Hahn in center field. All right. No run. And now we're in the bottom of the fourth to McCarver leading it off. And that'll be a strikeout. He swings and misses. Had a curveball. McAndrew to Mike Anderson with a 64, and that'll be a bouncer to short. Easy play for Harrelson, who this is his Gold Glove season. And here's Willie Montanez who struck out, and in this case, there's going to be a check on the. Oh, it's going to be a ball that's thrown away by the pitcher. A little bouncer right back to the pitcher. Throws it over the first baseman's head and going to second base is Montanez. A 2-out error on here. This is how you do that. You got the error plus, and you put it on 1. And now you got Montanez standing at second base with 2 outs. Greg Luzinski comes up to bat. And it's going to be an error check, which will be a ball that second baseman gets to end the inning. Bounce it to second. Boswell's there, throws him out. And we go now. That was no runs, no hits, 1 left, the error. And it's the top of the 5th inning with McAndrew leading off. A pitch from Lersch. That's a 34, and that'll be bounced to second base. Loved by Money, and Money throws him out for out number 1. Buddy Harrelson's next, and he's 1 for 2 today, and this may be his second hit. No, it is not. It will be a number in front of the plate and pounced on by the catcher, McCarver, who throws out Harrelson for out number 2, and that's right over here at 2-3. Oh, wait, no. So I made an error, and I'm going to go back. I go to the erase button, and then I'm going to McAndrew grounded out to second base, and then there was a little number in front of the plate by Harrelson, and now 2 out. And Wayne Garrett was 0 for 1 with a walk, and a 43 will be a fly ball center field to end the inning. No runs, no hits. We move to the bottom of the 5th. So you can use this if you play app, if you play strat, doesn't matter what you play. If you play replay, fall classic baseball, deep drive baseball, whatever game you play, you can use this to keep your stats, keep the league stats, play all the games, and keep the standings. And this makes my life much easier because I just enjoy rolling and being involved in the game, as opposed to, I know a lot of guys like to keep all the stats. I like to have the stats. I don't necessarily like to keep the stats. And I think that's what a lot of guys, I think that's some of the confusion out there. Some guys say, I like to keep the stats. They may, but I think what they really mean is I want to have the stats, and I guess keeping them is part of it. But now with replay baseball, you don't have to do it. So you buy the season, and you can play the season 100 times over. That's the beauty of it. So Don Money is up. He's 0 for 1. He bounced to the third baseman in the 2nd inning. So he gets a second try against Jim McAndrew here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Mets are up 2-0. Mets got 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Phillies got no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Here's a pitch to Money. Money is a right-handed batter, and Money will fly out. Racing in is Hahn, and Hahn gets to it. Larry Heisel next with 45, and that will be a ground ball to short. Harrelson over, scoops it, fires, low throw, scooped out nicely by the first baseman Kranepool. 2 out. So that was a center field, and that was a 6-3. Oh, no. It was a center field, and then it was another center field here. And then it was a 6-3 for Heisel, and now it's John Vukovic. John Vukovic playing third base. Here's the pitch from McAndrew with a 63, and that will be a fly ball on a line right at Don Hahn to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. So McAndrew having an outstanding day so far in these 5 innings. He's given up 1 hit in 5 innings. And it's going to be Dave Marshall leading off for the Mets here in the top of the 6th. Lersch is still in there. It's only 2-0, so he's held his own as well. Mets have 1, 2, 5 hits. That's all they have in 5 innings, and it's going to be a ground ball to short. That'll be my mistake. That'll be to first, and flip to the pitcher. So ground out for Kranepool, 3-1. Kenny Boswell, no, that would have been Dave Marshall. Now it's Kranepool is up. And here's a pitch to Kranepool, and that's a drive off the bat of Kranepool. And that ball is way back to right field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Steady Eddie Kranepool. A solo shot puts the Mets up 3-0. Go up here to the right, click on home run, and that's done. So, and then now you want to see, this is September, so that is Kranepool's 11th home run. He hit it in the 6th inning versus Barry Lersch on an 0-1. Oh no, with and 1 out. Is it nobody on and 1 out? That's what it says. And that was his 46th RBI. Harrelson has 27 stolen base. So pretty close to what he actually had. So Kenny Boswell is up. And here's the pitch, and that is a fly to left. On the run is Heisel. Will he get there? Yes, he does. Runs into the corner, makes the catch. A ball that was kind of moving away from him. Kenny Singleton now, who's 2 for 2, and he's going to be, that's ball 4. So he's going to stay 2 for 2, but he's reached base all 3 times. So Boswell flies out to the left, and then it's a walk to Singleton. And here comes Jerry Grody. And that's going to be a range hit for Grody. Unless the left fielder is no, that's going to be a base hit to left field, and runner will move and take an extra base, so he'll move to third. So it will be first and third. A ball that Heisel thought he had and then stopped short and let it bounce in front of him. So it's 2 outs, first and third. And there's 2 types of singles, one that the runner moves 1 base, one that the runner moves 2, and we'll do that. It's the S+. He will go to third. And then it's Don Hahn now. Here's the pitch from Lersch, and that is a struck him out, and that ends the inning. So strikes out Hahn to end the inning, but the Mets pick up 1. They lead it 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It was that solo shot by Eddie Kranepool. Good game so far, 3-0, and it's Lersch is leading off the bottom of the 6th. We're going to let him bat. And that's going to be a stir. Nope, it's going to be bounced to short. Charging is Harrelson, and Harrelson with the accurate throw. 1 down. So that'll be 6-3 here. Next up is Larry Boa, and Boa is going to pop 1 up. He's batting from the left side, so that'll be popped up to the left side of the infield. Third baseman is right there in foul territory and makes the catch. And that'll be an F05. Next is Tim McCarver, pitch from McAndrew, and that's going to be bounced to first base. Taking it himself is Kranepool. No runs, no hits, none left. And that's a 3U, 3 unassisted. We move to the top of the 7th inning. McAndrew is batting, and that'll be 45, which will be a line drive to right, L9. So hit it, he bruised it, but right at the right fielder, Montanez. Here's Buddy Harrelson next. And that's a fly ball to left. Right there is the left fielder to make the catch, and 2 outs. So we got an L9, then we got a 7. And now it's Wayne Garrett and a 5. That'll be a fly ball center field. And drifting over is Anderson, makes the catch, retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits for the Mets. Bottom of the 7th now. We got Mike Anderson leading off. And it's a 32, and that's going to be, he's going to be an A pitcher because he's pitching. So that will be a fly and a drive in the gap, and running it down is Hahn. What a nice catch. Looked like he was going to drop in for a double, but no. Hahn robs him. So it's going to be an F8. Just put 8 on there. And next up is Montanez. Montanez reached on an error and struck out. And here he's going to strike out again. Second strikeout for Willie Montanez. And it's going to be strike 3, Luzinski. Down on strikes, no runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 8th inning. All right, Wayne Garrett leading off. No, actually, Dave Marshall, excuse me. Dave Marshall, and he will ground out to short. No, he's a lefty, so that'll ground out to first, and that'll be flipped. They'll flip it to Barry Lersch covering. So it's a 3-1 on that. Eddie Kranepool, another left-hander, and Eddie Kranepool gets a hole in one and drives it deep to right field. Back goes Montanez to the track, looks up, and that's gone. Second home run of the day for Ed Kranepool. So we're going to guess his 12th home run of the season. And how many did he hit in real life? He hit 14. So that's how close he is. Still has about 3 weeks of games left. So Kranepool with his second home run of the day, and that puts the Mets up 4-0. Next up is Boswell. Pitch from Lersch. And that may be it, actually. I think that's it for, that's going to be it for Lersch. We're going to have to replace him. Let's do that. Now, this is how, let me show you how easy it is to replace the pitcher. So you're going to click over here where the head is, and then you're going to get rid of the check marks, close that, and now you're going to just click on Lersch. And here you got all the pitchers that are available. It'll tell you the ones that are tired are in red. Then over here, how many days till their start is right here. So you want to be careful you don't put in a starter. So I'm going to grab now. It also tells you in the replay how many appearances, and in actuality how many appearances, so you don't overpitch them. There's a couple of guys that I can use here. Right here, Muniz is only 1 appearance and he made 5, so I'll use him. So you click on Muniz and you click sub, and it's done. Muniz is in the game now. All right, so Muniz will be facing Kenny Boswell here with a 1 out in the top of the 8th. The Mets are up 4-0. Here's a pitch. And that'll be bounce to second. Easy play for money. And he throws him out. And Kenny Singleton, who's 2 for 2 today. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. And 46, he will not. It'll be a foul ball. Just foul. Pull down the line. A rope, but pulled it foul into the right field seats. So he'll get another chance. Kenny Singleton rips one into the seats in right field. but just foul. And here's again, and this time he will strike out. And that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, the second home run of the day for Kranepool. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Andrew's still in there for the Mets. He's an A pitcher now. And here's Don Money. And that's going to be a ball hit right back to McAndrew. Picks it up and feels his position, throws out Money for out number 1. Here's Larry Heisel, and Heisel, he flies out to right, drifting over and settling under it, squeezing it for the out is Singleton. And that was Heisel who flied out, and here's John Vukovic, pitch from McAndrew. And that'll be a fly to left field. Easy play for Marshall. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 9th. Last licks. Oh, no, not last licks yet. Next inning will be last licks for the Phillies. So Grody's going to lead off. He's 1 for 3 today against Muniz. And here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 53 with 19. That's going to be another range hit. Past the diving second baseman. So Grody with 2 hits today. Don Hahn will bunt. Not a great bunter, and he strikes out. Bunts it foul. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter, even though McAndrew had no complete games in real life. So despite pitching a good game, he's fatigued. And we're going to bring in a lefty, Shamsky, to pinch hit against Muniz. All right, so here's a pitch from Muniz to Shamsky, and that will be a ball 4. And there goes Shamsky trying to steal, and he is thrown out. It'll be 2-6. Oh, wait a second. There was a runner on first. My mistake. Hold on. So that'll be ball 4. And no steal, and nobody gets thrown out. None of that happened. I made a mistake. All right. So now you got first and second. And it's Buddy Harrelson still at the plate. And with 1 out, Harrelson will swing away. And here's the pitch from Muniz. And that is a fly ball to right. Nobody will advance on that with 1 out. Now there's 2 outs with 2 outs. And here's Wayne Garrett. Garrett is 0 for 3 today. And Garrett is 0 for 3, batting 211. He batted 213 in reality. Here's a pitch. And that'll be an error check on the pitcher. And the pitcher, no, he makes the play. And he throws out Garrett. 1-3. To end the inning, we go to no runs, no hits, 2 left, the walk and the single. And we now go to the bottom of the 9th. There'll be a new pitcher for the Mets. Again, you just click on the space, and we see here that the only really Ryan is going to start in 1 game. So maybe the day after tomorrow, Seaver's going to start in 2 games. So I'm not going to bring him in. I'll use Danny Frizella. So Frizella comes in. And he will face the pitcher, so we're going to see a pinch hitter, and I'm going to bring in the lefty Stone. Ron Stone will pinch hit. Keeps my roster for me so I know who's playing, and I use actual lineups until the game is on, and then what I do is I just kind of improvise and just kind of do matchups, try to use splits to kind of guide me a little bit and that sort of thing. Don't use batting averages that much. I just use mostly the splits. The reason is because you know I don't know what the guy's final batting average is going to be during the season. So that's why I don't really play using batting averages. I don't look and see, well, who batted best on by the end of the season when I'm in April and May and June. In those months they may have been batting great. Who knows? And then at the end they don't finish so great. So I just go kind of by matchups, and then I go, of course, by at bats, and guys who played more will get more chances and so on. So here's Ron Stone. He's going to bat. He bats from the left side. So it'll be Ron Stone against Danny Frizella. It's here. The matchup is right there. Let's do this. And that's going to be a 35, and that will be Frizella. Will have his see stuff. Struck him out. So Frizella strikes out Stone for the first out of the inning. Next up is Larry Boa. Larry Boa batting from the left side is a switch hitter. Boa today is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, Cade, and then fouled out. And he's going to bounce out to third base, picked up by Garrett, and 2 away. So the Phils are down to the last out. They're 1 out away from being shut out with one hitter, combined one hitter pitched by McAndrew and Danny Frizella. Frizella can get this last batter, Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. Here's the pitch from Frizella, and that's going to be a 26. And against a righty, that's banged up the middle, base hit. And he muscles one through the infield to keep the Phillies alive. Next up is Mike Anderson. And we're going to let him bat. Dan Frizella checks in with Grody for the sign, sets and deals. And that's going to be strike 3, and the ball game is over. Final score: 4-0 Mets. Mets 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Phillies with no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And Steady Eddie Kranepool is probably, McAndrew is going to get the MVP, and I guess co-MVP with Kranepool. We'll have them both in Kiner's corner, if you remember that. And let's take a quick peek at and let's wait, hold on a second. McAndrew is 5-6 for the season. Lurch is 13-10. Let's go and quickly check out the box score. And here it is. You can see Harrelson went 1 for 5, batting about 10 points better than he actually did. Garrett is right around where he batted. So is Marshall. Kranepool is right there. Boswell is right there. Singleton, it's a little bit about 10 points below his average. Grody's about there. Hahn is about there. Sashamsky is a little bit higher than what he actually did. And so McAndrew with 8 innings of 1 hit ball, walked none, struck out 6, and then Frizella picked up his 17th save. 1 inning, 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts. Lurch takes the loss, 13-10, got 3.90 ERA, and that's about it. So now I'm going to show you. Let's exit out, and let's see. Well, now let me show you all the features that this offers us. It shows us all the games for that day, and it'll let me. This should be the second game I play. Let's see. No. Okay, here's the second. Okay, yeah, I played 1 here. So in the first game, New York won 6-1. The winner was Kuzman. In the second game, the Mets won 4-0. The winner was McAndrew. And as you can see in the second game, Kranepool had 2 home runs. He's got 12. He finished the season with 14 in 1971, so he's right on the money. So let's see. Let's look at the standings. And here in the National League East, Pittsburgh is in first place. Chicago's in second place. The Mets are in third place, 9.5 games behind. So you got 3 good teams, and you got 3 poor teams in that division. And let's go. If you want to look at stats, you have leaderboards. Let's click on the leaderboards and see how the league is doing. This is the NL batting. You can do pitching, AL pitching, NL pitching. Seaver comes up on a lot of, look, Seaver's pictures everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Seaver's ahead. He leads the league in WHIP, one loss percentage. Leads the league in ERA with a 150 ERA. Walks per 9 innings. He is the lowest. Another Met, Ryan, has the most Ks per 9 inning. What a surprise there. And then Seaver's second. Innings pitched is Jenkins. Of course, Jenkins won the Cy Young that season. And so on. So you have all your data, and there's different ways to get the data. That's not the only way. That's just your leaderboards, and it goes on and on. So this is a great system. Let me go back to schedule. Now I want to finish out the day here. There's still some games that haven't been played. Oh no, wait a second. All the games have been played. So I'm gonna go to the next day and see who I play next. This was a Saturday, so I should have a Sunday game against the Phillies as well. And this plays all the games for me until it gets to the team that I'm running, and that is, it's going to be Nolan Ryan versus Woody Fryman. There it is. And that is Sunday. What is the date on that? Sunday, September 5th. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Replay baseball. Try it out. It's great. The game costs, I think, 25, and the seasons each cost 25. But this had, thousands. I've gotten thousands of hours out of this of just fun and relaxation. So it's well worth. I spend that money. I go out and have a couple of beers, and I spend that. So that's it. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.